guys, I just thought you might want to see Nala before we get into story time. Nolly, this is everybody who's listening on Facebook. I'm sorry, but does she have the cutest nose ever? Ever. Okay, I'm vying from the course today. Not going to tell one of the stories that was requested. I am going to, sorry, she's growling at something. I thought of a story I wanted to tell today. So today is Kate's Choice Day. And this is about a time when during the year and a half, maybe 2 years, probably the year before the Gore-Bush election, during the time when everything was going around, it was the year leading up to their election. Anyhow, my ex-husband, then husband, Mario Velasquez, and I were, how do we word this? Had re-earthed Rock the Vote, which my cousins had started, had been boxed up. They weren't doing it again. And we were so determined to hopefully not have Bush be the president that we went to talk to them about, you've got to bring back out Rock the Vote. And they said, hey, if you guys want to do it, you can. So Mario became the executive director and I became the talent coordinator. So what I did as the talent coordinator was I set up concerts around the country that were voter registration rallies, concerts. And the point was to try and get out the youth vote, meaning 18-year-olds, early 20s, late teens, that sort of thing. And we got invited. Mario called me one day at home and he said, you're going to be so excited. We were invited by the Southwest Voter Registration Rally, or Southwest Voter Registration, to go with them while they were doing a Get Out the Indian Vote. And the reason he thought I would be so excited is I love Montana. I love the state of Montana, and one of my bestest favorite people in the world lives there. Cheryl Sanders, married name Sanders. And he knows how much I love it. And he also knows that my favorite drive ever at that point, and still today, is the northern tip of Montana to the southern tip of Canada. Oh my God, I forgot the name of Canada. So scary. How do you spell cat? That's what I say when I don't remember basic words. Anywho, so it was going to be a road trip. Did I want to go? So that we weren't just sending Rock the Vote, but I could go and be the person representing Rock the Vote. And we would talk about the youth vote. And of course, I wanted to go and he wanted to go because I wanted to go. So the person who was sort of spearlining this tour were the Indigo Girls. They had started this collaboration with musical concerts with the Southwest Voter Registration. So the plan was we were all meeting in, I believe it was Butte, Montana. And I'm here to tell you, Butte, it ain't beautiful. It is not the pretty part of Montana, but we were meeting there. And Mario was coming from Denver and I was coming from home. And I got there at whatever time at night, and his plane had been fogged in and he was no longer getting on the plane and he couldn't get a flight. I was getting on a bus, and on the bus we were starting the tour, and he realized that it didn't make sense. He couldn't join us now for 2 days, but I was to get on the bus alone. Not alone, but alone with the people on the tour. And I remember feeling, oh my God, how many times am I touching my face and my hair? I had no idea I was like this before. And you're not supposed to now. Okay, somebody tie my hands down. Not like that though. Okay, so anyway, I felt shy. That may seem hard to believe, but I felt shy. And we were going to I was supposed to get originally when Mario was coming on the bus with the promoters. But Mario said, listen, in the morning, go knock on Bonnie Raitt's trailer. She has her own bus. Go knock on her bus. Say you're Mario Velasquez's wife. She knows me because we did some work years ago, something with El Salvador. My ex-husband was Salvadorian. And just say, you'd be more comfortable on their bus. And I said, I'm not going to be more comfortable on Bonnie Raitt's bus. And he said, come on, Kate, go. You want to be in a bus with a bunch of roadies, or you want to be on the bus with Bonnie Raitt? And basically, I don't even feel like it was a choice, but I sheepishly knocked on the door, and I forget her bass player's name, but it's one word. It begins with I think an S, and it's not Sarge or Sponge. Sponge. I forget what it was, but anywho, pardon me, whatever his name was, he answered the door. And I said, hi, I'm Kate Stern. I'm Mario Velasquez's wife, and I'm the talent coordinator for Rock the Boat. Mario's plane didn't come in. And anyway, I'm wondering if you have room on your bus. He said, hang on, Bonnie. And then he repeats it. She comes to the door. She says, hi. I said, I'm Mario's wife. She says, hi, nice to meet you. She gives me a hug. Come on in. Yeah, Mario's wife, you're welcome on our bus. Walking to the bus. Okay, who's on the bus? It's Bonnie and her boyfriend, the bass player whose name I'm forgetting, the Indigo Girls, which is Emily and Amy, Joan Baez, and we were picking up a band named Indigenous, and Jackson Brown was joining later. Okay, so now I'm on the bus. Now, did I mention it was a sleepover bus? It was a slumber party. So, I'm feeling terribly shy, but the person I really, the people I made buds with on the bus were Emily and Amy, particularly Emily at that time. And I remember, so anyway, we were talking, and I'm still feeling like painfully shy, but keenly aware of what a freaking cool situation this is. Okay, so now it's the first night, and we're driving through the night, or we're sleeping on the bus, and we're gonna wake up in somewhere near Kalispell, Montana, which is the northern tip of Montana. Okay, so there's bunk beds. Now, the back of the bus, huge bus, is Bonnie. She has a water bed. Bonnie and her boyfriend, and they have a curtain that closes their beds. Then there's bunks. Okay, available bunk for me, up above Joan Baez. So me, Joan, Amy, Emily, don't know who was on top, who was on the bottom, and the bass player. That's all who was there in this group at this point. And I'm telling them about this drive in Montana, about my favorite place in America, about the northern tip, and Bonnie's saying, oh my God, and she runs to the bus driver and says, can we go there? And he says, no, Bonnie, we're getting in at night, and in the morning we leave for wherever the first rally/concert was. Okay, so we go to sleep on the bus, crawl into my bunk, Joan Baez is below me, and I have this fantasy that maybe Bonnie Raitt will sing Angel from Montgomery in concert, because it's my favorite Bonnie Raitt song. And suddenly they're all talking. Okay, I can't see who's who. Hey, Bon, everybody calls her Bon. Hey, Bon, so tomorrow, which was the first concert, what do you think for the encore? Angel and Montgomery, we'll all sing harmonies. And I'm like, so excited. That's my heart beating. I'm so excited. And suddenly Bonnie starts singing, make me an angel, fly, whatever, from Montgomery. And then boom, in comes one voice, boom, in comes another voice. I have truly died and gone to heaven. They're singing, they got the harmonies, or this and that. They get through the song, and then you hear like this. Night, Bon, night, Aim, night, Em, night, Joan. And then Bonnie goes, night, Kate. And I say, night, gang. Okay, peaceful sleep. Wake up in the morning, we're wherever we are. And we do the first event. I guess we're in Kalispell. I'm a little confused about this. My memory's not so hot on this part. But here's what I remember. We have one night in a hotel, so now it's the second night we're in a hotel. And that's the next day that we have the concert. And it's about 5:30 in the morning. And there's a knock on my door. And I'm alarmed, right? And I say, who is it? And I hear this, psst, Kate, it's Bon, open up. So I open up the door, I say, are you okay? She said, I'm fine. I got keys. Let's go on the Going to the Sun Road. She's stolen the keys to a car from one of the techies, somebody. She's stolen the keys. And she says, you're driving. Let's go. She said to me, how long did you say it was? I said, it's like 3 hours. She said, well, we'll go partway up. We have 3 hours till they'll know, till they need us. So it was me, God, I can't remember this bass player's name. I'm going to Google it when we're done. The bass player, Bonnie, and I think it was Emily, not Amy, one of them, Emily or Amy, I'm driving like the freaking tour guide. And to the right, we have blah, blah, blah. And this glacier is over here. But the sun is barely coming up. We all get out of the car at some beautiful spot, run out to take a photo. Where is that photo? I do not know right now, but I do have them, though they're from very far away. So I have to say things to people like, that's Bonnie Raitt. And I guess if you cropped it, you could tell. But Cheryl Sanders, as my witness, will tell you that this story is completely true because she's at the tail end of the story. Okay, so get through. I take them, we see the road, taking cute photos, blah, blah, blah. We go back. Now we get this phone call, and apparently Mario was going to speak at the event. So they said, well, of course you'll speak. And I said, oh, no. I'm just the talent coordinator. I said, no, you talk about rock the boat, the importance and the policy and the this and the that. And I'm like, no, I would not know what to say. And all I had was on the back of my business card, it had the mission statement, which was like 2 sentences. And I thought, oh my God, I can only talk about the mission. I'm so sorry. I just can't stop touching my face. Good thing nobody's here for me to touch and infect. If I were sick, which I'm not, I don't think. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so suddenly there we are on an Indian reservation and I'm supposed to talk and I practically have a nervous breakdown. I don't mind talking if I know what I'm talking about, but I really was unprepared. So I get out there and this is what I said. I didn't know what to say. So I just said, I memorized the mission statement, said what we'd been doing, said about the concerts I've been setting up. And then I said, let me ask a question. How many of you are registered to vote? Because I asked that at every rally, and at every rally, 2 people would raise their hand. They were all kids. They hadn't signed up yet. How many people registered to vote? Practically every Indian in the room, hand went up. And I said, oh my God, well, give yourselves a hand because let me tell you, all over America, 18-year-olds, they're not registered to vote. So, good on you. And then boom, and somehow that started a conversation and I was fine and I was off the stage. Okay, cut to Mario says to me, what the hell did you talk about? Did you know what to say? I was like, no, but I told him what happened. He's like, okay, that's great, yada. That part of the tour, the traveling with them part is over. Mario gets on the bus. Now there's 5 of us for the rest of it, which is only a few more days. And the plan was Mario was flying home and I was going to drive across the state to go see Cheryl, which I did. I get to Cheryl's and I noticed that their tour, now Jackson's on, we had Indigenous is on, and now I noticed that they're playing in Bozeman where Cheryl lives. So she says, I want to go. I love Joan Baez. I love Bonnie Raitt. I said, great. I forgot to mention that Joan never said one word to me, not one word the whole time. And we're sharing a bunk. Not hello, not who are you, not good morning, not good night. It was like cold fish. So we see the concert. I call them, I say, guys, I'm here in Bozeman. I'll come back. So may I come? I get a ticket. I go with Cheryl. We see this fantastic concert. We go backstage and everybody's like, Kate. It's only been a couple of days. And Cheryl sees Joan Baez. Cheryl walks up to Joan Baez. She holds her hand. She says, Joan, I just love you. And Joan says to her, looks her in the face, puts her hands like this on Cheryl's face, and she says, and I love you. And then they hug in this deep embrace. And I'm like, so what am I? Chopped liver? She spends 5 days with me. She doesn't say a word. She loves Cheryl. So we have this joke between us. Cheryl and I always say things are bad, but Joan Baez loves you. And so that's our little thing. Anyway, that's one of the coolest things that ever happened to me in my life. But that is one of an ongoing series of Kate with celebrity stories. Okay, listen, peace, be careful, be safe, wear your gloves if you go out. You know the routine. Mwah.